What does it mean to be mentally tough? To have mental toughness? Does it mean you have a strong will? Does it mean you're confident? Does it mean that you push through and fight and constantly positive? Well, today me and my boy James, we got together and we're going to demonstrate to you what mental toughness is. And we're going to talk to you about how you can obtain mental toughness for yourself and why it's important. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be working towards that. So let's get into it. Yo, it's Kurt McFit LifeSkulpt. Now we're gonna get right into this video, but I wanted to take this time out to say, welcome back. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. And listen, if this is your first time seeing me, then welcome to LifeSkulpt. We are more than a few pounds down, more than a few pounds of muscle, fit mind, fit body. That's how we do things over here. Now listen, if you are a fit-minded individual, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything, and tell a friend, tell them to join the family. This is LifeSkulpt, baby. Now we're going to be talking about mental toughness with my boy James. Now this is a great man. He's a father of two and he's a husband of one. Yeah, he's a good guy though, and he's overcome a lot of obstacles. He's overcome a lot of injuries, and I've seen him push through some of the hardest workouts. What he's been able to do is take these same workouts and train his mind to be tough, to be strong, to push through, and it's translated into his life. With any issues that he faces, he uses that same mentality he uses in his training to overcome things like bills, things like, I don't know, stress, things like that. And so what we want to talk about is how you can use this training to train your mind also, and to push through and become the best version of yourself. This is what LifeSkulpt is about. James embodies that. He's a great man. Let's get into it. Talk to James real quick. All right, Jimmy, so what we doing here, man?
So today we've been talking about mental strength and the ability to train mental strength. So when I get under a heavy clean or I'm pulling a decent load on a deadlift or something, my brain has a tendency to just let me be me. But when I'm doing conditioning drills, especially weighted conditioning drills that are extended, my brain really starts wanting to go to the path of least resistance, and the defeatist inside of me comes alive. So I train that part of my brain daily. So today what we're doing is I'm going to carry this 65-pound med ball on my shoulder, which doesn't sound like a lot of weight, but I'm going to be running with it for 3 miles. The rules are I cannot set the ball down. I could carry it on the frontal plane. I can shoulder it on either shoulder. But if I drop the ball, if I trip with the ball, I failed. So I don't want to fail. I always build consequences in routines, especially such as this, because I'm actually testing mental strength. If I do fail, I will be doing 300 med ball slams. So I don't want to do that, especially at 65 pounds. So my son's going to be running with me today. His conditioning's on point, right, son? Yeah. So here we go.
All right. To be mentally strong is like walking to a war zone with a bazooka. And I mean to mention war because sheesh, that's what life could be like sometimes. People tend to equate exercise to having simple physical benefits, but exercise can very well be a test of mental strength. I spent a vast majority of my life being a procrastinator, the start-stop kind of guy.
Let me shoulder it then. Up. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'd make an emotional decision to do better, begin to take steps to do better, and then quit the moment I was met with resistance. And this translated to the most remedial of things. I'd say, man, I'm gonna clean my room. I pick up one sock and be done. Now I know that might sound a little funny, and that might sound like it's not a big deal, but it was. It wasn't until I started exercising that I started to understand what it meant to be mentally strong.
It's already turned into a mental game.
Jeez. To determine that you're going to run a mile, and despite the sweat, despite your heart beating out of your chest, red alarms going off in your head, you run that mile. I realized that going through with the plan, doing what I said I was going to do, felt good. And then it started to spill over into my life. If I said I was gonna clean my room, I did that. If I said I was gonna work out today, I did that. To be mentally tough means to have a whole host of attributes that equip you to take on all sorts of challenges. So things like integrity, tenacity, a strong will, a positive attitude, emotional intelligence, just to name a few. Those things can help you push through some of the worst days, some of the worst situations.
1 mile up. Or 1 mile down, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So how do you obtain mental toughness? Can it be learned?
How many med ball slams did I say I was gonna have to do?
I don't know, 50?
Fuck, I thought it was like 200. Well, I could taste blood, but that's not the first time I'm gonna do it.
You see, like my boy James here, what it takes is challenges. To challenge yourself. Adversity sucks, but it's a way to test yourself. Old philosophers and wise men spoke of a universal law, the law of opposites. You can't have right without left, up without down. If you took away up, there'd be no down. If you took away right, there'd be no left. If everything in the world was the same height, we wouldn't know tall or short. Without problems, there'd be no such thing as success. Without weakness, there'd be no such thing as strength. So create your own problems, in a way. Like James running 3 miles with a 65-pound ball on his head, I'm sure there are many times where his mind said, quit, put the ball down, take a break.
You know, brother, this might be, I bit off maybe a little bit more than I can chew, and I promised myself this year I was gonna set goals that I didn't think that I was gonna be able to achieve. So, putting my plan in action.
Good job, man. You got this.
But it's the mind's ability to push past that adversity, past that challenge, that allows him to experience victory. And it's those victories that make you mentally tough. Those victories ready you for the next challenges. Because some challenges you won't create yourself. And you know that to be true if you've lived a little. Now, when you create these challenges for yourself, some people gonna call you odd. Some people might be like, man, you crazy. Some be like, yo, dude, you're a fanatic. But let's be real. Our mind and body typically wants to take the path of least resistance. And living life that way is nothing short of a sheep or a dog or a cat. It's built-in survival.
I've been beating back my brain, but my fucking body is just completely fucking failing. It's just so hard to even talk right now.
What makes us human is our ability to adapt, to fight our survival mechanisms, to think through circumstances, to contemplate ourselves, to create, to imagine, to grow mind, body, and spirit exponentially. So why not take the helm? Why sit around waiting for something tragic to happen to make you strong? Why not simply challenge yourself? Think outside of the box. Don't be a sheep. Don't just exercise for your body, exercise your mind and spirit as well. This is LifeSkulpt. We're more than a few pounds down. We're more than a few pounds of muscle. We're stronger, we're wiser, and we challenge ourselves.
How you feel, bro?
I feel accomplished, brother, but that shit hurt, dude.
Man, 3 miles, 65-pound medicine ball, non-stop. It's a beast right there.
This is what we talk about when we exercise our mental strength. And remember, we cannot be defeated by ourselves. Everybody else wants to pull us into a million fucking directions. But the day we start cheering for other people and stop cheering for ourselves, we have been defeated.
We're better than we were yesterday. Fit mind, fit body. This is Kurt McFit. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Comment if this has helped you. I love y'all. LifeSkulpt. Thanks, James. We out.